Good afternoon, and it's definitely a pleasure to welcome you this evening to the agency's career presentation this evening live on Facebook and live on Zoom, just sharing a couple videos with you, giving persons enough time to join the call. And then once we have that done, we will, of course, present to you our career opportunity.
For more than a century, PALIG has been consistent in its mission to meet the life, accident, and health insurance needs of individuals and businesses in the Americas to ensure financial security and peace of mind. What started out as a visionary business on the 13th floor of the Whitney Bank building in New Orleans, Louisiana, has grown into the Pan American Life Insurance Group of today, a leading provider of life, accident, and health insurance, employee benefits, and financial services for millions of people. More than 100 years ago, Crawford H. Ellis, transporting goods between New Orleans and Central America, sees the need for life insurance throughout the regions he navigates. Inspired to protect lives, 4 great leaders built a company that would provide best-in-class insurance solutions and financial security for the Americas. The first policy is issued on April 23, 1912. By 1913, Pan American Life was authorized to insure people in 10 U.S. states and 8 countries. In 1923, Pan American Life passes its first landmark of distinction, with $100 million of life insurance in force, and over $11 million in assets, what has never been accomplished by a life insurance company in the world. By 1926, Pan American Life is a forward-looking and progressive company. B.B. McFarland is elected president of the Life Underwriters Association of Louisiana, the first woman to occupy such a position in the industry. Company operations expand to 25 U.S. states and 13 Central and South American countries. In 1941, despite World War II, the business grows, and Pan American Life provides policyholders much-needed peace of mind during this trying time. It was 1950 when the first piling was driven for the Pan American Life building located in New Orleans. In 1952, Pan American Life completes its 10-year mutualization plan, and the company was then owned entirely by its policyholders. Pan American Life celebrates its 50th anniversary in 1961, with life insurance in force totaling more than $1.4 billion and assets exceeding $240 million. In 1977, G. Frank Purvis announces plans to build a new home office at 601 Poydras Street. In 1978, Pan American Life reaches $5 billion of life insurance in force. And in 1979, Pan American Life sets a new sales record of more than $892 million sales. Pan American Life moves into a new home at 601 Poydras Street, New Orleans in 1983, celebrates its 75th anniversary, and also during this decade, introduces its first universal life insurance products and takes them to market, successfully setting industry standards. Early in the 1990s, record sum of benefits are paid to Pan American Life and Pan American Assurance Company policyholders and beneficiaries. By 1999, it is the highest revenue-producing private company in New Orleans. Mr. John James Kelly is appointed as chairman of the board. And in 2004, Jose S. Suquet is named president and CEO of Pan American Life. Following Hurricane Katrina's historic landfall and destruction in 2005, Pan American Life quickly and successfully maintained operations through temporary satellite offices in several states and fully returned to its home office within 3 months. Pan American Life officially enters the Costa Rican market in July 2010. On March 28, 2011, Pan American Life Insurance Company celebrates its 100th anniversary and marks a milestone with a year-long celebration, a century of promises kept. In 2012, Palig acquires MetLife Alico Algico life and health insurance business in the Caribbean, Panama, and Costa Rica. In 2013, Palig launches operations in Mexico. The CEO, Jose Suquet, celebrates 10-year anniversary with Palig in 2014. 2015 marks the merger of Pan American Life Mutual Holding Company and Mutual Trust Holding Company with Pan American Life. Through the Palig history, our employees and agents tirelessly demonstrate their generosity and care for the communities we serve. A true testament of Palig's culture of giving. We actively give back where we live and work to change lives and drive positive change in the communities we serve. We are proudly people you can trust for life. Our purpose-driven culture is anchored in a heritage of financial strength, commitment, and trusted financial security. Our vision is to improve our policyholders' sense of well-being while remaining authentic to who we are, transparent and accountable in what we do, and committed to integrity and cultivating teamwork across the company. Pan American Life Insurance Group. People you can trust for life.
Right, so that video brings us to the beginning of our official presentation this evening. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kenwyne Clint James, Agency Manager with KCJ Financial Services Limited, agents for Pan American Life Insurance Company Limited. I must mention that the call is also being recorded for individuals who may have missed the call, so they can always catch the call on replay. So it was great pleasure. I have the opportunity to present a career in insurance sales and financial planning. And I'm certain by having a look at the title, most persons, when first introduced, would normally think about whether or not this is the right career for you. So I'm hoping that by the end of this presentation, you may not be able to make a decision, but you will at least give the career a strong consideration and maybe even consider a career shift or a career change, for which it is for most persons, because like myself, no one grows up or go to school or whilst going to university thinks about getting into insurance, sales, financial planning, etc. You are normally introduced to the industry. So most times you would find persons, if not coming straight out of school, you would find yourself making a career change. Now, some personal history. I entered the industry in 1992. I have stayed with the same company over the past 31 years. So I joined in 92. And for the first few years, it was a bit, rough, not having a good market, etc. But I hung in there. I subsequently became one of the company's top agents, qualifying for MDRT several times, several awards and conventions, and not just with the company, but with the industry. I became a unit manager with the company in 2007 because even before becoming a unit manager, I love to help people. I believe in a principle of life. If you help enough people to get what they want, then you can get everything that you want. And I lived with that. So during my career as an agent, I always helped with training, etc. And I realized that I had a knack for it. So I decided to become or get into management. I was appointed agency manager in 2007. From 2010 to 2013, I was the top unit manager for the company. And I also incorporated my business in 2011. And that's just one of the benefits of becoming a financial advisor, insurance agent, etc., because you can incorporate your practice just like a doctor or an accountant, engineer, etc. I'm well qualified where education is concerned, both inside and outside of the industry. Internally, I have my LUTCF and FSCP designations, and I continue to pursue higher education. I was appointed agency manager in 2013, and I now run one of the largest agencies and most profitable agencies for the company in the Caribbean. I must mention that I'm also a member of Kiwanis International almost 18 years now. It's an organization that, does charity work around children and located in several countries, over 80 countries, all over the globe. Now, to answer your question, why should you consider a career in the life insurance business? There are several reasons. One, independence. When you are employed, you have to go based on the dictates of your employer in terms of lunch, when to take vacation. I always tell persons the story of parents not being able to go to their children's sports day or PTA meetings because they have to work. This job gives you a lot of independence. And if that is attractive to you, you can have that. Of course, unlimited income, there is no ceiling to the kind of money that you can make. You will cut your own check, which means you will determine the kind of money you make. Time freedom, you can decide when you want to work. Well, that's after you are established, because when you now start, you need to have a system, a regimen But once you get the hang of it, you can start making the adjustments. For example, sometime a few years into my career, I recognized that most of my sales, my best sales, came on an evening because I'm an evening person, not a morning person. And I started focusing on doing majority of my work between 3 and sometimes 8, 9 o'clock. And that brought me massive success. But in terms of time, if you feel to work on a morning or evening, weekend, etc., or when they take time off, you will be in control. If you love to travel, we say join Pan American and see the world, because every year, sometimes twice for the year, top performers get to go to fantastic destinations in the Caribbean and in several countries all over the world. Later on in the presentation, I'll show you some videos from our last convention, which was in Ireland, and some information about our upcoming convention in the Dominican Republic next year, 2024. If you want to have or would like to have a positive impact on the community, you can enjoy that as well, because we encourage agents to give back. They say to whom much is given, much is expected. So, of course, you benefit from working within the society, and you are also expected to give back to society and help others to, excel. Prestige. This job is very prestigious. Of course, in Trinidad, there's a saying, is not who you know, but who knows you. And of course, you become well known, especially among your clients. And once you treat your clients well, we talk about treating your clients like kings and queens. We say it all the time. If you treat your clients like kings and queens, you can live like a king or a queen. And once you do a good job, you'll be very well respected within the business community, within your markets, your clients, their families, friends, etc. Of course, we offer excellent working conditions where our offices are concerned. My agency just moved into new offices at the company's head office in St. Vincent Street in Port of Spain. And actually, Monday, we are having a launch for those offices. And then, of course, the business gives you the power to work when and whoever you want to work with. And with the new technology, you can also work from the comfort of your home on your phone or your laptop. Because we are going paperless, our applications and other systems like our portal, etc., everything is online. So you don't even need to leave home to work and earn an income. You can work around your family and friends, pets, etc. In addition to all I've mentioned, you can also enjoy group health and pension benefits. We have a very good group plan that gives you dental, vision, major medical, etc. And then the pension plan, the company deducts 5% of all income earned, and they match it. But of course, you must be with the company for a year to qualify to get on the pension plan, right? So 5% from your income, and the company match that every single month. Now, you will experience training and development. It is a business, and we always say that you will be in business for yourself, but never ever by yourself, because you will receive all the support and training and development, personal development as well, that you will need to succeed in the business internally as far as the agency concerned, the company and the industry. We have lots of opportunities for an advancement, both at the agency and at the home office. Some agents make the transition from sales to the office, but within the sales office, there's room for unit managers and agency managers, and the company also encourages further education. Now, some of the basic requirements, well, you need to have good verbal communication skills, high energy, because this is a fast-paced job. Of course, you must like to give service, meeting people and giving service. Computer skills is a requirement. And then you also need to be persistent. You should be over the age of 25, have a good working vehicle. That will be an asset. 6 CXC subjects, including maths and English. And if you have, you don't have to, but if you have experience in sales, accounting, business, networking, etc., that will be an asset as well. Owning life insurance, having coverage in force, that will be a plus. And of course, you must be highly motivated. Now, these items are not set in stone. We can be flexible on it, but we like to work as close as possible to it. Now, how do you become an agent? First and foremost, once you show interest, you send us your resume, we put you through a selection process. So once we acknowledge your resume, the first thing we'll do is set up an interview. On that first interview, we'll get to know you a little better. And we're going to ask you to do an application form. And this is where you will tell us as much about yourself as possible. Then we'll give you a couple of projects to do. One, aptitude test. That is to help us to determine if you have the ability to do the job, if you're willing to do it, and if you have some of the characteristics that make agents successful, like being highly motivated, having a strong desire for success, coachable, etc., and so on. Then you'll be asked to do a project 100. This is where you have to list the names of 100 persons you know and tell us a little bit about them. Then do some market surveys. You will need to interview between 20 to 30 persons about how they feel about life insurance, their life insurance coverage, you getting into the industry. You're going to get some good feedback from those interviews. And then, of course, you will then, write your notes down, give us your notes, give us some of your perspectives, etc. And then you'll be asked to do a summary of those 20 to 30 interviews. You will also be coached in terms of how to acquire referrals, because basically what we are looking at in the market survey, again, is your ability to do the job. Now, once you are approved by the regional agency center, that first phase of your application, once it's approved, we then put you in the training. And we then train you on the fundamentals of developing a successful insurance practice. You will learn how to find people by prospecting, the different types of prospecting and what makes a good prospect, how to approach that prospect, how to conduct interviews, how to start, how to build rapport, how to keep control, how to gather information on our fact-finding tools, how to analyze the information as well, because we do not sell policies, we sell needs. So you need to determine what the person's needs are. Of course, product knowledge and design, how to design products based on the problems that you diagnose in the fact-finding process, how to present your solutions to the prospect, and how to close the sale. We also give you training on case management in terms of the importance of managing that case, making sure that all requirements are done quickly and confidentially, policy delivery, and of course, giving the person good service, which is most important. As I said before, we believe that if you treat your clients like kings and queens, you will be able to live like a king or a queen. Then we have pre-contract. Now, once you complete training, you then go to pre-contract. The company contracts you. It's an indefinite contract, so there's no time limit on it. And that will entitle you to a development allowance. It's for 3 months. It's to help you to make the transition from your last employment to your profession or career with the agency and with the company. You will continue to experience training and constant development as you go, as you build your career. We'll help you with activity management, and you need to do your state licensing exam within the first year, because once you are approved, once you're contracted, part of that process is getting a provisional state license. That's for 1 year. So within that 1 year, you need to get your license by passing the state licensing exams. And then, of course, there's continuing education as well, which is sanctioned by the central bank in conjunction with ATIC, which is the Association of Trinidad and Tobago Insurance Companies, and TIFA, our local association. Now, In some of these picks coming up, I'll be sharing with you, some of the insights where the agency is concerned. On the top left there is our first unit of the year. After that, on the right-hand side, myself and other colleagues in the agency sharing a good laugh. To the right top, myself and other gentlemen in the agency at the awards function some years back. Bottom right, one of our functions at the agency. And then on the bottom, one of our agents receiving an award from our agency director and deceased superintendent of agencies a couple of years back. I think that was 2020. On the right-hand side here, maybe you're left our dinner, which we need to bring back every year, our Christmas dinner, that is. And then on the left-hand side, we had our Mother's Day function. Don't get confused with the gentleman in the picture. We normally call him Mommy Daddy because he's a single parent. So we acknowledged his efforts as well on both days, both Mother's Day and Father's Day. Some proud moments for the agency in what year that was, but I think 2018, we were the top agency in the company at the Italian Summit. On the left-hand side, one of my main mentors, E.F. Paul, he was my first manager, the person that recruited me into the business 32 years ago. And if you see him today, he's in his 90s, but you can never tell. Below, giving a check to one of our agents for top performance. And then on the right-hand side, we celebrate different events. So we had a World Cup extravaganza at the agency and just having some fun as we love to. Some of our later additions, I should say, to the agency. Tina Mirage below, Chanel, Mitchell, Alicia, and then on the left-hand side, testimony from one of our agents who's no longer with us, but testifying what she would have learned over the years that would have assisted her to excel in other areas and other businesses that she has embarked on since leaving the industry. And of course, a pic here of me at the office before the one I'm in now, of course, working hard as usual, making sure that all quotas are met and agents are productive, hiring, training, etc., etc. Now, I have two videos to share with you. The first one is about 4 minutes long, but it's video from our last convention that finished in May of this year. That one to Ireland. It was really, really nice. If you take a close look somewhere around 3 minutes, you will see me there. The only one shot I got, I was a bit low-key at this convention because of some bug I picked up on my entry into Ireland, but it was still a great event. And then I spent some time in the UK, London specifically after. So it was one of the company's better conventions. So one of the best ones yet. Over the years, we have been to New Orleans and Canada, Quebec, Toronto, of course, London, Prague, Germany, Australia, Hong Kong, just to name a few, and there are lots more to come. As a matter of fact, next year, we go to the Dominican Republic, and I believe I have a video lined up here, yeah, with that one, Summer 2024. Qualification began January 1st and ends, I keep reminding agents, because it normally goes to the end of the year, but this year, the 31st is a Sunday, so it ends on the 29th of December, 2023. So we still have a few months again to go. You never can tell, you can join us and qualify over the next 3 months, but bet your bottom dollar. Our next one starts on the 1st of January, 2024. So as I end, I want to let you know that life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself, and you can definitely do so by joining our team and working on all of your goals. I mean, you know, I always say to persons that you may not have ever considered this career before, but trust me on this career can help you to achieve all of your goals and dreams. So on this call, we don't take any questions. If you have any interest, what we can do is send us your resume, send your resume to kjames@palikagent.com, the same email that you would have seen in the promo for this meeting. That's kjames@palikagent.com, sorry. Send your resume, and if you have any questions, you can shoot us your questions, and we will be too happy to answer them for you. So thanks so much for taking the time to join this presentation this evening. And if you do happen to see it on replay, either on YouTube or on Facebook, on our agency page on Facebook, make sure and tag replay or comment replay on it so that we'll know that you saw it replay. We like to differentiate between who would have seen it live and who would have seen it replay. So we thank you so much for joining or taking a listen to our presentation, and we look forward to talking to you soon. I leave you with one of our agency retreat videos that was back in 2017. Thank you so much again, and have a good evening. Take care.
Yeah. Hey. KTP, just for you, baby. Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
Give it to me, that workout.
Give you the workout, yeah. Give you the workout, yeah.
Give it to me, that
Yeah.
Give it to me, that workout.
Give you the workout, yeah. Give you the workout, yeah. Give me the workout, baby. Show them that you're not lazy. Ooh, lately, that body driving me crazy. Gym body. Now give it to nobody, oh gym body. Original them can photocopy, oh.
We never over. You sending me loca. I want your love. You giving me pressure. Love never sober. We dancing in soca. Right like vroom, vroom, vroom.
And you know we end up going low, lower, until we end up going low, until we end up on the ground. Give it to me that way. Girl, I'm gazing, looking at you is amazing. With your gym body, not give it to nobody. Oh, gym body, original, them can photocopy you.
We never over. You send me loca. I want your love. You giving me pressure. Love never sober. We dancing in soca. Riding like boom.
And you know we end up going low, lower, until we end up going lower, until we end up on the ground. Give it to me that workout, give it to me that love, yeah. Give it to me that workout, give it to me that love. Give it to me that workout, give it to me that love, yeah. Give it to me that workout, give it to me that love. If them girls were serious like you, them would know how to move it like you. If them girl was hotter than you, nah them no hotter, nah them no hotter. With your gym body, girl,
Push it, don't give up. You could live up in my head with that blah blah blah.
fuck it on me, girl. The way you speak, girl, all I hear is blah blah blah.
Hope you could keep up. Easy to sneak up. The daddy something no.
Yes, I can keep up. Just give me one touch. Just give me some of da 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 da. Give it to me that workout. Give it to me that love, yeah. Give it to me that workout. Give it to me that love. Give it to me that workout. Give it to me that love, yeah. Give it to me that workout. Give it to me that love, yeah. Until we end up going lower, until we end up on the ground.
We never over. You send me loca. I want your love. You giving me pressure. Love never sober. We dancing in soca. Riding like boom. And then we
End up on the ground.